Hi, Steve Strangio for Patch.com. Today we're at Governor's Comedy at the Brokerage, right here in Belmore, and we're going to be interviewing a man who is known as wrestling's hardcore legend, New York Times best-selling author, and yeah, now even a stand-up comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, Mick Foley.
Keep clapping if you want.
Do you feel that stand-up comedy and wrestling share a lot of the same traits?
I do, and that's why it was frustrating, and still is to some extent, that people don't see how similar they are.
Yeah.
They go, really? You? Comedy? I don't get that. I find it's very similar in the sense that you have to always be thinking about material. It's like you're being in the ring without ropes and without the bloodshed.
Now, you're a storyteller. Do you feel that that's your biggest comedic strength?
Well, it better be. I have no punchlines. You know, the stories better be good.
I got chased by a giraffe. The director of the commercial said, hey, we need the giraffe to follow you. Do you think you can get him to follow you with that can of overstuffed beef ravioli? And I said, I don't think so, because giraffes are herbivores. And not likely to crave overstuffed beef ravioli.
Do you feel it's similar to like a set in pro wrestling where you got to get them right away and then tell the story, let the story unfold?
I'd say there is something to that, especially when you're doing a guest set and when you're not in front of an audience familiar with you, like they were tonight.
Yeah.
If they have to get to know you and you only have 5 to 10 minutes to make them, like you and laugh at what you're saying, then yeah, it really is. It is similar to a guy going out there in the independent scene and trying to win over an audience in 10 minutes.
What are the other comics saying to you about your stand-up?
I think they appreciate that I take, I'm taking it seriously.
He's funny, he's an author, and he's a great performer, so he's got a huge head start from most people.
Guys can see that there's a passion and a willingness to learn.
As long as he's up on stage and he keeps working, like he can be very big or very talented stand-up comedian.
I got about 20 comedy shows under my belt. Yeah, I'll go on, I'll be the main event. It's like throwing Oz and Kazmaier on after Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker.
Where do you see yourself going with this?
It might lead somewhere, but I'll tell you where it will not lead. It will not lead to my couch in 10 years going, I could have been a comedian.
And you did it. You wanted to do it, and you went out and
gave it a try, and if the breaks don't happen, they don't happen. Somebody said, hey, have you thought about doing a Comedy Central special? And I was like, yeah, I thought about it, but I decided it wasn't for me. Of course, these breaks, if they happen to come, are great, but the likelihood is I'll have to work hard and get my name out there, and try to win over people at every stop.
You killed tonight, so excellent job.
You would use the word killed, really?
I would use the word killed. Yes, I would. People were cheering as you were leaving, so that's a good sign. They weren't cheering
because I was.
Mick Foley, ladies and gentlemen. Catch him on YouTube and any other place that you won't see Mick Foley related material.
Yeah.
Work it. Bob up, down, down. Bob up, down, down. Bob up, down, down. You're feeling a burn right now.
I am feeling a burn.
Burn, burn, burn.
My glutes are on fire. I'm kicking my glutes. So we're hanging out with Vita Zorbo, the owner of Lady of America. Now, how important is it to have a fitness club just for women?
I think it's very important. It's important to get women in a comfortable environment, to teach them and coach them to get to their fitness goal.
Right now there's a man in here, so I'll try to be as, fly against the wall as possible.
Squeeze those cheeks on the way up.
I'm squeezing my cheeks. And this is why it's a women's only facility. Now, you also feel that women need extra special attention when it comes to
Absolutely.
this. Why is that?
Well, it takes a lot for a woman to actually walk into a gym. They start to look around, they see women of all shapes and sizes, and that makes them feel comfortable.
Some people have questions about, why just for women, but it's needed.
It's needed, absolutely.
So they feel comfortable, come here. You don't have to worry about some guy like doing this in the background. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So how you doing? How you doing? I'm just enough of a man to wear pink punching gloves. Let's make this happen.
Okay.
How you doing? I think you're developing some strong women out there.
I sure am.
That's right.
It's all about empowering women.
Adrian!
Adrian, come on! Whoa! I can also tell that you really, really care, you know, about the women that are here.
We decided that we were not just going to be another gym in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Every woman that walks in is greeted by my staff, by me. We know what's going on in their lives. We help them solve some problems as they're working out.
It's good because we all work together. I think we all understand each other.
Yeah.
We feel comfortable.
It's our group exercise room. We do 40+ classes a week. This is our personal Pilates area. In here is where a little pampering happens. I love what I do. I have a passion for what I do.
Yeah.
And it's my job to help the obesity crisis in America.
That's amazing. I mean, it's great that someone's out there watching out, especially for women who want to have the best fitness they possibly can.
You could even watch TV and do this.
Can I eat chips while it's happening?
People always say, you guys are different. You really, really care.
Yeah.
And that's what I want people to know.
Whew. All right, that was a workout. So, Lady of America right here in West Hempstead, a perfect place for women to feel supportive, have a great time, and work out and lose weight and feel good about themselves. I'm gonna go jog around the block. See you guys later.
Baseball fans are tonight? Yeah. Good. Yankees, they're good, man. They might do it this year, especially if they draft me. I played for the Mets 6 years ago now, and they fired me after one game. It was a home game with the Mets at Shea Stadium, and I hit the ball all the way to the top row of the upper deck of the Yankee Stadium. It was the first interborough home run ever.
Hanging out with Judah Friedlander, and I know, Judah, you've been actually hanging around Mick for a while and maybe helping him out with the stand-up comedy?
Yeah, I met Mick, several years ago at a horror convention in Jersey.
Yeah.
Because I've been in some horror movies. It was one of those where it was like horror, sci-fi, and then just, you know, anyone kind of in show business kind of thing. So there were like a fair amount of wrestlers there too. Mick started telling me he was interested in doing stand-up and stuff, so first I think we started like, emailing or texting, and then giving him advice and talking on the phone. Mick's a great performer.
Yeah.
And doing stand-up, as you know, it takes, even no matter how funny you are, it takes a while to get good at it.
But he has that history behind him.
Oh yeah.
In front of a crowd,
No.
So,
He's funny. He's an author, and he's a great performer. So he's got a huge head start from most people.
Judah is probably my favorite comic out there working today. And so I decided to try to follow these two amazing comedians.
What advice, specifically, can you give to Mick about being a really good stand-up player?
Stand-up isn't something you can practice. Like, you can practice wrestling moves. If you're a guitar player, you can stay at home and practice guitar. You can't practice stand-up.
Yeah, you're doing comedy in front of the mirror.
You have to get it.
Yeah, it's funny
doing
to
comedy
you.
in front of a mirror is not the same as doing it in front of the audience.
And you can feel
because
it
it really
away.
is like it's like a monologue and a dialogue at the same time.
My new hobby is making movie sequels that nobody wants to see. Do you remember the old film Stand By Me? I just made a sequel. It's called Sit Over There.
So now Mick's an author, you're an author.
Yeah,
What do you got here?
I wrote a book, How to Beat Up Anybody. It's the most dangerous book in the world, but it can be only used for justice. You can't use it for evil. I teach you how to beat up Bigfoots, ninjas, dinosaurs, book in karate history right here.
Judah Friedlander, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Keep
your
training.
Today we're down on the farm in Malvern. It's the Crossroads Farm at Grossman's. Come on, let's go get organic. With me is Lisa Mitten. Hey, tell me about the significance of the name Crossroads Farm.
Well, we chose the name Crossroads Farm for 3 different reasons. First, the physical location of the farm. It's at the intersection of Hempstead Avenue and Ocean Avenue. So we're physically located at a crossroads.
Who's that guy over there?
Steve, this is our farm manager, Bill Walsh.
Hi, Steve. Bill.
Bill is Steve from the Patch.
Tell me about the types of crops that you have here.
Well, we're out here in the middle of tomatoes, peppers, eggplant. We've got a nice flower bed over there.
So it's like a really great Sunday dinner. You have all the really good vegetables. Have some flowers on top of there.
For dessert, sure.
Yeah.
Second, this property itself was at a crossroads because at one point it was being considered for development, and it no longer is because Nassau County purchased the property. So this is now owned by Nassau County residents. We were selected to operate an organic farm here.
We have a tough act to follow. The Grossmans were here for a long time. They were great farmers.
This is just our first year.
I feel like I want to throw a baseball or something. Field of Dreams, get it? Anybody?
If you build a farm, they will come.
There we go. Thank you.
The third reason why we chose the name Crossroads Farm is that agriculture itself across the United States is at a crossroads. For decades, the motto has been get big or get out. But at that same time, there's a resurgence of local community-based agriculture all across the country, all across Long Island, and even all across Nassau County.
What do you think is the best thing about working this land?
The thing I enjoy the most is the location.
Yeah.
And all the great people that I meet here in Malvern and the surrounding Nassau County and everyone that comes to visit.
It's not just being friends with vegetables, it's being friends with people.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I think that's what's really all about. Let's just stand here and pose. I've always used to drive past here and always say, that's great land. I mean, we can do more with that, and you've done it. And that's what's so fantastic about it. And actually being here and standing in the middle of it feels great. And I feel healthier already.
It's really a treasure that's going to be preserved forever.
Corn! You know, every journey you need to learn how to take a rest. And that's why we're right here at the Phoenix Wellness Center in West Hempstead, so we can learn how to relax. Cleansing breath. Happy. So with me is Dr. Evelyn Heredia, and I want to know, what is your definition of wellness?
Wellness is healthcare that doesn't have to do with taking medication, but it has to do with eliminating any health problems and also preventing health problems in the future. This is our open adjusting area, so we have it so that families can come in here and get adjusted together.
How important is it to create a nice, calm environment for the person?
Oh, it's extremely important because we want everybody to forget all their problems when they step into our office.
Yeah.
And we want them to leave the outside world out there.
Should we breathe? Okay. I know it's chiropractic, but it's also a lot more than that.
Oh, absolutely. We have a lot more than chiropractic care. We also have acupuncture, we have massage therapy, we have reflexology, which has to do with the foot.
The feet are a mirror of your body, so
Right.
we're going to work on certain reflexes in your feet. The piggies are important too.
The piggies are important. Remember that, kids.
It opens up the neural pathways
Really?
that correspond to the different parts of the body.
So what is like the main thing that people really need to know about wellness?
Is to just be in tune with your body and realize that there are signals that you have that will let you know that there's something wrong.
Instead of taking, some kind of medication that's just going to dull me to it, I'm going to come here, we're going to work through it somehow?
Yes, we're going to assess what is actually causing the problem. This is our private adjusting area. This is where we do our examination. This is also where I explain to them what is actually causing the problem and what we're going to do about it. If it's nerve damage or nerve interference that's maybe coming from your neck because as a child you fell and you have trauma to that area.
I fell a lot as a kid. Honey, you've been losing too much weight. Time to work out. Oh, I hate you.
Pain is never normal. Headaches are never normal. Migraines are never normal.
Yeah.
And you should go and find out what is causing the problem instead of just putting a Band-Aid over it.
Okay, gang, so just remember, you are in control of your health, and the Phoenix Wellness Center is here to show you the way. Watch me float away. Let's bowl! Yeah.
That's right.
How does it feel when you get the strike? Do you do
Wonderful.
Do a little dance? Little thing like that?
If you weren't here, I'd be
doing the happy strike. Okay, so we have bumper bowling, we have tramp bowling. I'm thinking full contact bowling.
That would be a good idea. Throw people down the lane, knock some things over.
Play defense.
Right.
Going for the strike. Blocked.
Right, goalie, and you throw people down the lane.
I think that'll work.
Could be.
I'll get right on that.
We'll get to talking about that.
I'll be right.
All right.
So what do you think about bowling? Do you like it? Look at the, no, really? I think you just want to lick me. All right, here I am. So apparently we have a 300 going on. We're going to go check it out. Come on. Okay, so apparently there's a 300 going on, getting close to a 300. We can't jinx her, so we're just going to see what happens. Let's go right here. I'm not even going to talk to her.
That's like the sportscaster saying the pitcher's got a no-hitter going last ball in the 9th inning, and he gets a home run.
That's not good.
No, we don't want that.
All right, so lane 8, one more to go, and it's going to be a 300. Let's watch.
This is Stella.
Here we go. It's a 300! 300, ladies and gentlemen. We caught it right here on Patch. Chrissy.
Number 4. He's had 4 300s.
4 300s. How are you feeling right now about this?
Fabulous.
Feeling fabulous? Feeling like you want to take on the world right now?
I'm going to bowl 140 the next game. So.
Listen, we're all proud of you, and aren't we all proud of her?
Woo!
Excellent job. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. More bowling's going on. But one thing you should know about bowling.
Never rush.
Yeah.
Always take your time.
Take your time, because the pins aren't going anywhere. Do you have like one special memory about bowling with your family?
My husband bowled 300 last summer.
Wow, we just saw a 300 before over there, so that's an amazing feeling. The one thing you're thinking about when you let that ball go?
Throwing a strike.
Throwing a strike. It's always about throwing that strike. Isn't it more like strategic? Maybe you want to get a spare. Maybe you want to just no. Okay. So what advice would you give to anybody that wants to, make this a hobby?
Just do it.
Just do it. You're a woman of few words, and I appreciate it.
This is a very family-oriented bowling center.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't have 50, 60 lanes.
No.
And
you don't need that.
that's why it's a small family bowling center.
Yeah.
And that's why it kind of fits with Malvern.
First-time bowler, what do I need to know?
Have fun.
That's what it's really all about, really.
Have fun.
Yeah.
If you have a talent for it, you'll know it.
So there you go. Bowling is the one sport that everybody likes to play. Now you're a storyteller. Do you feel that that's your biggest comedic strength?
Well, it better be. I have no punchlines. The stories better be good.
I got chased by a giraffe. The director of the commercial said, hey, we need the giraffe to follow you. Do you think you can get him to follow you with that can of overstuffed beef ravioli? And I said, I don't think so, because giraffes are herbivores.
Bob up, down, down. Bob up, down, down. Bob up, down, down. You're feeling a burn right now.
I am feeling a burn.
Burn, burn, burn.
My glutes are on fire. I'm kicking my glutes.
My new hobby is making movie sequels that nobody wants to see. Do you remember the old film Stand By Me? I just made a sequel. It's called Sit Over There.
The thing I enjoy the most is the location.
Yeah.
And all the great people that I meet here in Malvern and the surrounding Nassau County and everyone that comes to visit.
It's not just being friends with vegetables, it's being friends with people.
Yes, that's right.
I think that's what's really all about. Let's just stand here and pose. I've always used to drive past here and always say,
this is our private adjusting area. This is where we do our examination. This is also where I explain to them what is actually causing the problem and what we're going to do about it.
You've been losing too much weight. Time to work out.
Oh, I think.
Here we go.